Sometimes being alone does not necessarily mean being lonely. You hear me? And you have to learn how to be by yourself. And sometimes God will leave you by yourself until you learn how to be by yourself.
The minute you learn to love yourself, you would not want to be anybody else.
Why you gotta have somebody calling you beautiful every day in order for you to feel beautiful? Nobody wants to be alone. But if you show up empty, as an empty shell, and you're expecting this man to fulfill you and fill you up with all of the love that doesn't exist, as soon as he leaves, you're depleted, you're empty. You have nothing left for yourself again. Never rely or depend on anybody to fulfill your heart.
Treat yourself like someone you loved.
It is time to be more selfish, where it's all about you and taking care of you.
Welcome back.
Sometimes being alone does not necessarily mean being lonely. You hear me? And you have to learn how to be by yourself. And sometimes God will leave you by yourself until you learn how to be by yourself. Because see, if you ain't ready to be by yourself, then people will really make a fool out of you. Because if you don't know how to be alone, people will be able to run any kind of game on you they want. Because they can threaten you by walking out the door.
Right.
If you don't do this, I'ma leave. If you don't deal with this, I'ma leave. You understand? And there are a lot of people that's a lot of women like, okay, well, please don't leave. To the hell with that. You better not tell me you leave, because I would have packed before you get out of your mouth. Wow. There'll be a cab outside waiting on you. Do you hear me? I got the gift of goodbye, honey. I will pack you the hell up so quick you want your head to spin. And see, you got to learn how to be by yourself, son. People have to learn how to be alone. I don't understand all these people. Oh, I need somebody. Lord, where's my man? Lord, where's my woman? That is crazy as hell. If you don't know how to be by yourself, what you gonna do with somebody else? Stop praying about it. Shut up and wait. Go work on you here. That's what that time is for, to get yourself together. I'd rather be in a corner by myself with a puppy and a goldfish and be happy than to be sitting around with somebody in my house. I'm wondering what the hell they there for. You would be surprised the things people put up with just to have somebody to say they love them. I don't understand. I can't live in dysfunction. I'm sorry. I done come through too much, been through too much hell and high water to come there and let you come up in my adult life when I'm supposed to be at peace and give me all kind of hell. Only two places on this earth you're going to have peace: the grave and your house. Now, if you can't walk up in your house and you ain't got no peace, something wrong. Something wrong. I'm sorry. People be rebuking Satan. I be rebuking Satan and beating the hell out of everything that's up in there till they get out. I'm sorry. You got to go. Can't do none of that until you learn how to love yourself, though. You got to love yourself. Look here. I love me some me. You ain't got to call me on my birthday. I won't be offended. I would throw myself a surprise party. Yeah! I knock on the door, say surprise, go on the other side, say I shouldn't have. Thank me so much.
I believe God put us all here for a reason, and we all have our purpose, and we're here to fulfill our purpose individually. I think the thing that's kept me sane, the thing that's kept me humble, the thing that's kept me successful is being myself. The minute you learn to love yourself, you would not want to be anybody else.
Why you gotta have somebody calling you beautiful every day in order for you to feel beautiful? Nobody wants to be alone. But if you show up empty, as an empty shell, and you're expecting this man to fulfill you and fill you up with all of the love that doesn't exist, as soon as he leaves, you're depleted, you're empty. You have nothing left for yourself again. Never rely or depend on anybody to fulfill your heart. Self-love is the cure to self-hate.
If you want to be happy, you have to love yourself.
Self-love is the cure to feeling depleted, feeling like you have nothing left, you have no energy.
Self-discipline is self-love.
I love me. So the day that you decide to stop loving me, I'm not gonna love myself any less. I believe in me. If you stop believing in me, I'm not going to believe in myself any less. If you believe that I'm irrelevant, that no one is checking for me, and that I don't mean anything to the world, because you think or believe that about me, it doesn't mean that I'm going to believe it about myself. Have opinions and feelings about yourself independent of the feedback. It is time to be more selfish, where it's all about you and taking care of you.
No one will ever hate you with the intensity that you can hate yourself. And that's why you absolutely must take the time to build your self-worth.
You are who you've been looking for. So stop looking for more unless you're looking in a mirror, because it's about time for you to see clearly that you are who you've been looking for. And that empty feeling you got, that hole in your chest, you only got that feeling because you think you're not blessed with everything you need. You see, we live in a consumerist society, which means they need you to buy stuff. And the easiest way to sell it is to tell you you're not enough. Buy this car, you'll get girls. Buy this bra, you'll get guys. And we're seeing it so much that we start believing these lies. But the truth is, the makeup they're selling to make you feel prettier is the same makeup you buy to stop feeling shittier about this lie they keep telling you that you are not enough. Treat yourself like someone you loved. And yes, love is the answer, love is the key, but if you can't love yourself, how could you ever love me? Treat yourself like someone you loved. Treat yourself like someone you loved. Now, I had been standing, but I needed to be sitting because I couldn't believe that I had been letting myself keep forgetting that I was who I'd been looking for.
You know, no, I don't care how great you are, how much you succeed, without self-love, you're nothing. Because self-love is discipline. And discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
We all tend to invest ourselves in relationships. And as I said, if you are doing something right with the wrong person, nothing good will turn out. And deep inside, we women are quite intuitive. We know that it's not going anywhere. You are stronger than you think. Don't worry about that. And wait for the right person. Let the right person come to you. There's no rush. Are you in a good relationship with yourself? Do you love your own company? If you're miserable alone, I'm sorry. Your partner will be miserable with you. We need to understand that we need to love our own company. Only then people will love to enjoy our company too. And don't rush. Wait for the right person.
And deep in my core, I knew it was time to stop looking for more until I could look through all my fear and look into a mirror and see clearly that the man looking back at me was the only one who can make me happy, and I am already enough. And that life, you deserve it. Because you are worth it. And there is no point in letting yourself keep forgetting, because no matter what you say or do, you are perfect. And so today, I hope I leave you with a direction correction away from the flaws you see in your reflection. They aren't flaws to me, they are simply protection against all the doubts you have of your perfection. So start today. Take a good, long look in the mirror and say, I am who I've been looking for.
I lost sight of who I was. I listened to opinions of people, and I tried to change who I am because I thought that others would accept me for it. And I realized I don't know how to be anything but myself.
If you never get married, you enough. If you never pass that law degree, you enough. If you never become a doctor, you enough. If you never get married, you enough. If you never have a child, you are enough like you are. And that's why God created you. You are enough.
The first thing you got to realize is that you got to love yourself. It's about self-love. Start understanding that if you're going to do something with your life, you got to fall in love with yourself again.
It's time for you to recognize your talents, your gifts, the mark that you want to leave on this earth. As you go to places that maybe you've not been before. You see, leaders know the importance of getting uncomfortable. They know that nothing grows in their comfort zone. You are prepared to rise up and be the person that you want to follow. Take a moment to imagine that you can see an image of yourself in the future. Maybe a year, maybe 2 years, maybe 5 years. It's you being even better than you are today. It's you who's practiced doing what you need to do each and every single day. It's you healthier, stronger, more confident. Look at the person you have become and recognize this is your destiny. Feel what it feels like to have put the work in to have developed yourself. You are the leader. You are the master of your own life. It's time to rise up and inspire yourself. Be the better version of yourself today. You can be your very best every single day.
I realize that when I am in crisis, when I have quote unquote f***ed up, my response is, you f***ing idiot. How could you? Of course, what did you expect? If I spoke to my friends like I used to speak to myself, I would have no friends. If you do talk to yourself out loud, and I do, make sure that the words are loving and supportive and nourishing. Start the work of being your own best friend.
Every time I go in public, I always smile. It's always a big toothy smile on my face, and people ask me, don't you get tired of smiling all the time? What's the secret? I always say one thing, that I have stopped worrying about the things that I have lost, the people that I have lost. Things and people who were meant to be with me are with me. And sometimes somebody's absence makes you a better person. Cherish their absence. It's always a blessing in disguise. Live your life fully. Accept yourself the way you are. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself and spread that love. Life will be hard. There will be turmoil. There will be trials, but that will only make you stronger. So when you accept yourself the way you are, the world recognizes you. It all starts from within.
The moment you start talking about self-love, you start seeing, you turn that lens inward, and you start coming in contact with your personal emotional history, right? You start, if I really love myself, how can I live a better life?
In retrospect, I know why I stayed in an unhealthy relationship for 6 years. In my mind, I could not do any better. In my mind, there was no way that anyone else would be attracted to me. So I stayed. But eventually, I came to realize that I was not lucky to have him, but he was lucky to have me. I came to realize that I deserved better. You see, setting higher standards might mean that you have to wait a little longer than you anticipated, but getting what you deserve will be worth the wait. Will you commit to making yourself a priority? Yes, there are a lot of people counting on you. Yes, others need you. But guess who else needs you? You need you. Unlocking your destiny is going to require that you add yourself to your priority list. You need you.
Sometimes we get stuck in these situations where we start looking to other people for our self-esteem, and sometimes we find ourselves looking in broken mirrors to get a reflection of ourselves. And the greatest tragedy is when you look into a broken mirror to see if you're pretty, right? And you're gonna let that person tell you about your inner qualities. When you look in a broken mirror and you're gonna change your face to try to look good in a broken mirror.
That's all for the video. I hope you liked it. Subscribe for more content like this and hit the like button and share. Also leave a comment if you have a topic you want us to cover. Until next time, take care.